How's it going, everybody? My name is Zeneis, and welcome back to another episode of Tibia. So we are on our way to this castle, or not this castle, this cave that has all of these fire drakes in it. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get these hot coals for Bacchus. I can't remember exactly what his name is, but we got to get some coals for him so he can light the fire in order to cook these meals for all the homeless people of Limmerland. So we're on our way there. This quest gave me a little bit of trouble because I didn't quite follow the rules, and you'll be able to see it in a minute. I do show my mistake because I'm literally an idiot and I don't do what they say. There's a crucial part in the quest that says something along the lines of you have to bring the coals back to him in a certain amount of time, otherwise they will grow cold, and that is actually very, very true. If you don't bring them back to him at a certain point, they will just simply disappear, which really, really sucks, but it's fine. This episode, I think this is the one that ended up taking like an hour 40 to record because it took so long to farm everything and be able to get everything that I needed in the amount of time that I had. It's just, it was ridiculous, and it took a long freaking while to do. I got so frustrated. And this, as I mentioned in the previous episode, this is the quest that makes me believe that St. Nicholas it was intended to be for a higher level than what you are when you come here. Because right now I'm level 20. I just hit level 20, and I am, like, I'm doing fine against the polar frost bears and the saber cats and all them. And the fire drakes give me a little bit of trouble. But the only problem is the fire drakes, they are so close together that it's almost impossible to fight just one of them. Whenever you go in and you start fighting the fire drakes, you literally have to fight at least two of them. And it's true with another area that I have encountered later on in the game. I've already finished this whole quest line, and I've already moved on to another part. But that other part is even harder than this one. Like right now I'm trying to fight level 3 saber cats, and I'm still around like level 22, level 23 area with my wolf at level 6. So neither one of us can really take more than one or two at a time, but there's almost always at least 3 in the same area. So it's ridiculous and hard, and St. Nicholas, I do not believe, was intended to even be visited before maybe level 25. Because if you start doing the main quest line of St. Nicholas and Limmerland around level 25, by the time you get to this area, you'll be a higher level, you'll be able to take on more monsters, your pet will be a higher level and be able to have more damage output. I don't. It's just this whole idea of going to St. Nicholas as soon as possible is completely ridiculous, and it's I don't know. It's a little bit much, and I think that of course I don't expect developers to be like watching my videos or anything like that, but I believe that St. Nicholas should be encountered later on when you have more experience, you have better weapons, you have higher damage output, you have better defense and better armor and better pets and yada yada yada. So it's just see, like, my pet can't take a fire drink. That's how high of a level these guys are, and it's just insane. It's pure insanity. Look how many fire drakes there are. It's stupid. So I actually didn't even know what attack a fire drake had. I've never encountered them before. I never fought them before, even on my other account on World 14. This isn't an enemy that I've faced before. So I went in with my stuff from St. Nicholas. I had my ice armor on and my fire weapon, and then I got here and realized that they do fire damage. So I had to come back. I had to go back and get my fire armor And then, on top of that, I had to try and find an ice weapon that was better than this ice crystal, which I got in Libera. That's how old that weapon is. Libera. So it was freaking ridiculous. I traveled literally everywhere. I went to Benunu, Yabatu. I went back to Libera even. I went to a couple. I think I went to Fabulara. A lot of different places looking for a better ice weapon that was still within my level range, and I couldn't find one. I think a lot of the weapons that you get in game, ice weapons that you get in game, are from enemies. Like right now, I have a Shiver rune, and I think I got it from a Minotaur or something like that. I can't remember exactly where it came from, but yeah, I know that I didn't buy it. So I think ice weapons are a little bit harder to come by than all the other weapons in the game, because I remember, like, well, this fire weapon was given to me on Ashmore, but a lot of the other weapons that I have, like my energy rune that I have right now, I bought that. A bunch of different things. Oh, here I am filling up the Drake skins with the coals. And I want to show you how difficult it is. I left this in the video on purpose because I wanted to show you how difficult it is trying to get out of here in time for me to deliver these coals before they go cold. I'm trying to find my way through, but of course there are 1,000,005 fire drakes in the way, so I can't just rush through them. So I'm having to fight every single one, and I can't just attack and then keep going. I have to regenerate my health, and I have to regenerate my mana, and I have to make sure that I'm not going to die when I'm going forward. So of course I'm trying to take my time. I'm cutting out the waiting time that I have. But as you can see, like around every corner, there's at least 2 fire drakes. There's no way around them. There's no way to avoid them. It's just because it's so narrow. So it's just, I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's incredibly hard. What they are asking for in the story to bring back the coals before they grow cold, that's something that's just simply impossible with how this is laid out. If there were maybe half as many fire drakes around, like if I wasn't constantly having to face 2 at a time, or if I wasn't having to constantly hit one at every corner, it might be alright. But with how much I'm having to do right now, and how hard I'm having to go, how low my health and mana are going because of this, it just seems impossible to do at such a low level. So that's why I am proposing to the developers of TibiaME, and literally every other person that has anything to do with TibiaME, that this is a island that shouldn't be even touched until 25, maybe. Like, of course, I don't see a problem in having people travel to the city of St. Nicholas when they need to buy something or they want to look into something or anything like that. But, I don't know, just having them go to the main quest immediately after the main quest of Ashmore, it's ridiculous. It's completely impossible. So I think it's around this area that, yep, right there. You just saw them all disappear. They just went off right in a row. And literally, I was so mad because at this point I had already been recording for at least an hour. Like, there was no way that I wanted to keep going. But I did anyway. So I got all the skins, and then I brought in my wolf and just started darting out of there. And as you can see, it's crawling with fire drakes. Like, they're literally there's 5 in this one freaking area, and I end up getting surrounded. So I have to go into my inventory. I run out of mana. My mana didn't even fully restore me there, so that kind of screwed me over from the start. I got my potion of might, was able to recharge long enough to take out this one fire drake so I could run. And then I do end up running. I get out of the way, and then I go into the next area before I start recharging just a little bit. And then I try to dart out of there again. But once again, it's crawling with fire drakes. Literally 4 in this one area. And then when I try and go back, I end up getting cornered again. I call in my pet so I can keep a couple of them off me long enough so that I'm able to buy this thing from the marketplace called the Town Portal. What that does is it sends you immediately to the nearest town. So it immediately teleports me to St. Nicholas. Thank goodness. Because I didn't know what else I was gonna do if I wasn't able to spawn back. But I get it back. I'm able to go back to the to Limmerland and deliver the hot coals in time before they disappear. But that I'll complain about it in a minute. Hold on one second. This is enough lava stones. Once more, I have to thank you. I don't know how to repay this. At least I can give you this little gift. I actually wanted to donate it to Snow, but the poor people here are no fighters. It is more useful in your hands. Finally, the cooking can start. This will be the biggest banquet Limmerland has ever seen. By the way, Taylor asked for you. Maybe you go see him. Farewell. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Anyway. Again, St. Nicholas, especially that one quest, is way over my head. It's way too much for me to handle at level 20. Even at level 21 and 22, I don't think I would have been a strong enough wizard to handle that without someone else, without more powerful spells and more mana and yada yada yada. So I think doing this quest at 20, immediately off the heels of Ashmore, I think it's completely unrealistic. So I love this game, but I think this is having you do completely unrealistic things with how much health and mana and attack and defense you have. So I would propose that if anyone who has any power over this game, has any control over what the developers do, I would say that you should put off St. Nicholas for a later level. Maybe you could do a couple of quests on Aria before you head off to St. Nicholas. That's what I'm doing currently. I've reached a point in the St. Nicholas quest where I don't feel comfortable in doing anything there because I don't feel strong enough. I don't feel powerful enough to keep going by myself. So I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna get some more experience and level up my pet. Maybe even get a new pet. That's what I'm kind of looking into right now. So yeah, if you want to help me out at all, wink wink, I'm on World 15. And if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.